Hello everyone. It's the first day of July over here. I think it is for most time zones. I don't think it is quite that in California though. Nope, not quite. It's almost there. But if you hear any sort of intermittent firework bangs, that's what you're hearing. Nothing's exploding, no one's getting shot. Just a little celebration pre-4th of July. It's really warm out there. When I looked at my phone this morning, it was like the middle of the day and it was 104. It's probably cooled down a little bit, but you're gonna have a hot weekend, and so I'm going to, more than likely, for most of the time, unless I can find me a pool or plenty of ice cold beverages, I'm gonna be staying inside right here where I have plenty of air conditioning, Wi-Fi, and fun things to do. One of those fun things to do that I have newly discovered is the ability to take any voice and make it sing any song. Some people may have heard sort of the controversy and the viral news that blew up about a month and a half ago maybe, where somebody created an AI generated original song that was created, I think, with The Weeknd's voice, and I think Drake or somebody else. And there was a whole bunch of controversy and stuff around it because of copyrights and stuff. But for me, and many other people out here, our curiosity was, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not trying to steal any copyrights, but I want to learn how to do this. Well, I started doing some diving, and thanks to a couple of friends and a little bit of research, I figured out how to do it. So, let's take a look and see how easy it is to do, how accessible it is to do. Honestly, I wasn't really sure if it was going to be something that I as a blind person could do, or I just I consider myself moderately technical, but not super smart enough to code or anything like that. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to figure it out, but I figured it out and I'm super excited. So I'm going to show you guys. We might do a couple little example type things, and if anybody has something they want to see me do, you want to see me mix an actual cover, or do a certain song with a certain voice or whatever, throw it in the comments. So I'm gonna go down. Oops, I'm gonna fuck it up apparently. I'm going to go to my downloads, because I'm not the most organized person, I won't lie. And I'm going to open up this folder, which is called RVC Beta. That's what you need. It's about 2 gigs or so, and you can download it from a website called Hugging Face. And this is the software that you need to create a voice model. So I'm gonna open up the folder. When you download it, it's a zip. You extract the zip, you open it up, and it looks like this. And you run this file. It says, nope, not that, go away. Go web .bat. So it's a batch file. It says go web. There's another one that says go real time, but if you're running this with a screen reader like I am as a blind person, that is not gonna work. That is a very graphical, literally a graphical user interface, and nothing reads. But thankfully, this web client does read, and as you can tell, it opens up. First it loads terminal and it runs some stuff, and then it opens up a page in your default web browser, which for me is Edge. I'm not really sure why, honestly. I don't really like Edge, but that's what my default is right now, so I don't really care. So here, you got, at the very top, you got a couple of options. You have your model inference, vocal separation and accompaniment removal, train, CPKT processing, export, and so far what I know is this is where you create a new voice, and basically creating a new voice isn't that hard. All you gotta do is take something that is one person's voice, and ideally it needs to be over 5 minutes. 10 minutes is probably the most recommended for the shortest amount of time, but the more voice data you have, the better the training will be. So you take that, you chop it up into little clips. I use Reaper to chop it up a little bit, and save all those little clips to a folder, which you then put in here. And you run it, give it, you know, some time. It's gotta go through all the files and all that stuff, and it'll spit out a voice model for you. Now, I'm not really sure what the recommended specs are. I can probably look it up, but it's definitely not something for a low-grade processor or low-grade RAM. I have 36, not quite, 32 gigabytes of RAM in here because I just upgraded it, and it seems to run pretty well for me, although you can definitely sort of tell that it's revving up and heating up and working hard. So definitely not for the faint of heart. So let's train. This is the model inference button, where you can give it a voice model and an instrumental file, not an instrumental file, a vocal acapella file, if you will, and it will spit out something that is the voice model singing the song. So essentially what you do, these are laid out kind of in an unorganized way, but what you gotta do first is you make the voice up where it says train. Then you want to click this vocal separation and removal. That will basically, you give it an MP3 or a WAV or an OGG, and it will split the original song into two files, one with an instrumental and one with a vocal a cappella. And then once you have those two files, that's when you go over here and you can convert that into anything. So like I said, any voice and any song. So let's do some quick examples. Now keep in mind, I have made a couple of voices. When I made my voices, I only used, the first voice I made, I only used 3 minutes of data. Maybe not even that. And the other ones I've used maybe 10 to 15. So the voices I have need work. And I haven't quite perfected the art of separating the vocals in a song. So there's definitely some learning I need to do here, but in terms of how it works and proof of concept, it definitely does, and that's kind of what I'm showing you now. I'm not showing it to you because it's perfect, I'm showing it to you because it's cool and I'm learning, and that excites me. And if you're excited by that too, then this is what you do. So let's see. We're gonna take this voice because it's probably one of the best that I have. You can also download voice models that other people have made, which is what this one is. This is a voice model of Ariana Grande that someone else created. I didn't create that one, and I downloaded it and added it. So I'm gonna take her voice model. And there's some stuff here, about semitones, and you can kind of pitch it up, pitch it down. There's some configuration options in terms of quality and things like that that I don't know as much about as I would like to. I'll kind of touch on them as I know how to, but there's definitely configuration options that I'm still learning about. Here we're not going to mess with the transposition because I don't want it to be, her voice doesn't need to be higher or lower for what I'm about to do. At least I don't think so. So here, we can pick the song that we want to process into her voice. And it looks like we have to type it in manually, which, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of annoying. But we're gonna go over to where I've sort of already split some stuff, and we're gonna use some of that.
Remember the words you told me, love me till the day I die.
Alright, that's the song. That's the vocals that we're going to use. It's 5 Seconds of Summer's Young Blood. That was the vocal extraction of that song. So we're gonna take this song and I'm gonna type in the path. Now, I have always been told in the tutorial videos that I've seen to use this crepe, I don't really know how to say this, C-R-E-P-E button. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it on 3. We're gonna keep that this empty here. And we're gonna leave these numbers be as well for now. We're gonna hit this convert button. Specify the output folder. Crepe again. And I like MP3 for my file type, and we're gonna hit convert down here. It doesn't like something, so let's see what I did wrong. Oh, that's what I did wrong. I didn't put the audio folder here. Alright. Now, I should be able to convert okay. And it looks like it's still in the process of processing. Again, kind of what I was talking about. Like, you definitely need good RAM for this. I don't know if this is coming across on the microphone, but I can hear my computer working hard. Alright, and I think it's done. So we're gonna try playing it. And we're gonna see, I may actually need to transpose her because that song was obviously sung by a man, and she's a chick. So let's just see how we do.
Remember the words you told me, love me till the day I die. Surrender my everything, 'cause you made me believe you're mine.
Alright, not bad. You can definitely tell it's her, but it's a little low for her. So let's actually go ahead and try to transpose this. Because we can. Convert again. think it actually finished super fast. I don't know, let's see.
Remember the words you told me, love me till the day I die. Surrender my everything, 'cause you made me believe you're mine. Yeah, you used to call me baby, and now you're calling me by name. Takes one to know one, yeah, you beat me at my own damn game. You pushing, I'm pulling away from you. I giving you take. Young babe, see.
So yeah, basically, you know, like I said, it's not perfect. The vocal extraction is also not perfect. So, you know, there's a lot of little variables in here and a lot of things you can make better, but ultimately, I think it's really cool that, yeah, it sounds more like it definitely sounds like her, even though it's not her song. And, just from like the click of a couple buttons, you just download a file and you extract some stuff and you make this thing. That's really neat to me. So we're gonna look at we're gonna look at a voice that I made, like I said, super briefly. Let's see, we're gonna change the voice. We're gonna keep the same song because I'm lazy, but we're gonna change the voice to that. So this is the voice of the narrator from the Harry Potter books, the American version of the Harry Potter books, whose name is Jim Dale. So I took like 10 to 15 minutes of him reading, and I sliced that up, and I made a voice based on Jim Dale's voice. And we're gonna make him sing this. We're gonna take down my transposition because I don't want that. And we're going to convert again.
Remember the words you told me, love me till the day I die.
So
Surrender my everything, 'cause you made me believe you're mine.
definitely not the same voice, not the original singer's
Yeah,
voice.
you used to call me baby, and now you're calling me by name. Takes one to know why, yeah, you beat
Again,
me
some
at
of these
my
notes don't
own
always quite
damn
work.
game.
So that's just with, you know, 10 or 15 minutes of audio sampling. The other thing that you can do with this voice RVC stuff is you can actually talk in real time with these voices. And again, some of this has to do with semitones, so like if the person's voice is originally lower or higher, like for me, when I'm using a male's voice, I have to drop my semitones down so that it can convert my voice lower to match with the guy's voice. And when a guy uses a female's voice, he has to pitch his stuff up. But that's also another thing you can do with these voices. Let me see. We're gonna demonstrate that too because we can. So that is... Oh, I think it's actually still open. Let's see. Oh, stop. It wants to be be difficult. Okay, fine. Really? 18888. I think I have too many 8s. No, I don't. Yeah, that. Okay, fine. I guess it's not up. That's okay. We can load it. Oh yeah, this page, I didn't realize I still had this open. This page is actually where you can download different data sets. Some of them I've downloaded don't really work so well, but some of them, like the Ariana Grande one, clearly works quite well. It's called Quick Wick, and I believe it's also hosted on Hugging Face. I'm not really familiar with what this Hugging Face thing is, but it seems to be sort of a GitHub for AI models and things like that. But right now, I'm getting distracted. So I'm going to go over here again. And this time, we need this MVC server folder. And we are going to run this file that says start HTTP. It's gonna open a terminal also. It's gonna take its time apparently.
Alright, so as you can plainly hear, this is a demo of me speaking by using Ariana Grande's voice, which is kind of cool. It's got a little bit of distortion, as you can tell. I could probably do to pitch it a little bit differently. Let's see. Can I pitch it? I think it's that. I think it's up here. Let's bring it up. That might be a little too high. Let's try you. No, nobody there. I think 0 is the way to go. And on the flip side of this is when you really do need to pitch it. Let's see.
That sounds gross. Because I'm a woman trying to talk like a dude. And now, yeah, see, that sounds better. Now I actually sound like a guy. If you know the Harry Potter books, you might recognize little essences of Jim Dale's voice from this little sample. And this is just me talking like I normally would, and it's outputting his voice.
So there's a lot this can do. There's a lot more that it can do, and there's a lot that it can do better that I probably haven't learned yet. I still have quite a few questions. I'm trying to figure out a couple of things in terms of creating the models, training the models, and perfecting the art of creating these voices and also making them sing whatever songs we want. So if anyone has any questions about what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, where I'm getting the software and things like that, feel free to ask. If anyone wants me to try a voice model with a song or wants me to try it with their voice, feel free to tell me that too. I'm totally up to trying to make voice models of other people if you're willing to send me 10 to 20 or however long amount of data to try it in. I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally down to experiment and play around. It's been really fun just doing what I have done, and I plan to be doing more of it. So don't hesitate to reach out, comment, like, subscribe, think it's cool, think it's weird, think I'm just totally whacked, whatever. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you have anything you want to see going on in future, whether it be, like I said, a song or something, or you want me to play with a software, or you want me to talk about a subject, or whatever. I'm totally open to whatever other people want to see happen on this channel. This channel is kind of for all types of things that I find interesting. So if you find it interesting, I might too. Never hurts to reach out and find out. So keep in touch. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Comment if you want. And next time, I'll come to you with something else cool. Probably after all the 4th of July celebrations and fireworks and craziness. But you never know.